The title of his speech is titled "With a Little Help from My Friends." Everyone, please welcome Roman.
Thank you, Trevor. Thank you, everyone. Well, that's been a crazy year, and I fear it's going to be a good way to sum up the last years of it. Not just this year, but just the last years in general. And today I'm going to be talking what it is to lead in any situation. When someone mentions about leading or managing, people always think, oh, that's a secret sauce that's only known and highly guided by the supreme elite of the cult of managers. No. Well, if there is a cult of managers, that's another problem, but there is no secret sauce. Realistically, we all lead all the times in our lives, and a lot of people get affected by it. And it took me some time to understand even that that's the case. So today I'm going to briefly tell you about my journey and some of the observations, and then we're going to jump into the lessons I learned from all of this. Well, as you know, all the past years, I started as a tech guy, and eventually I became a consultant. I always loved the technology, and I always loved to learn more. But this transition from the tech guy to consultant, that's where I had to learn to interact with people. Yes, first it's just the clients, but still you have to learn how to talk to people, how to interact with them. And you have to then suddenly know that it's not really about the technology, it's about the client. And you have to figure out that technology, they don't care about it. That it's just something they want your help with. Later on, I tried to expand a little bit, and that's how I transitioned from a consultant into a business owner. Now that's a whole new level of transition, because now it's not just about the clients, it's about the team as well, and it's balancing the team and the clients all at the same time. And then it's a whole new transition from Bill Lumberg. If you haven't seen Office Space, it's a cult classic. Please see it. It's the transition from Bill Lumberg to a human being. It's finally understanding that all of this, it's always about the people. It's about the people you interact with, whether it's the clients or your team, or just people at the grocery store. When you're swiping your card, you're still saying hi and you're asking how they're doing. It's always about the people. And during this whole long story, during this whole my long journey, I also interacted with a lot of other people, whether it was other tech guys or the managers in some businesses or anyone else. And here are some of the lessons I learned. It's about minimalism in at its purest forms. When you go from being a tech guy who just loves his job and who's just interested in implementing different things, that's the transition where you're going to be more preoccupied, because now you're not just thinking about the technology itself or some of the craft you're doing. You're thinking about the clients and all the other people. So making sure that you're always on track and keeping your head clear, that's a key. Because when you're going to be too preoccupied, you're either going to be you're going to end up as Bill Lumberg. You're going to end up pushing the goals on the people, pushing pushing them up to, like, okay, we need to do this, we need to achieve this numbers, and that's it. That's where you stop seeing the human being behind all of this. But at the end, it's always the team members and it's always the clients. It's always the humans. They just ask you, for your guidance. So in order to perceive, keep your head clear, because when your head is clear, you can focus on all of this, not just on the routine and minutia. And how can you do this? Well, to quote Beatles, you can go by with a little help from. I get by with a little friend. It was a little help from my friends. Today it's you. When you go to the store, it's going to be the cashier. When you meet up with your friends in the evening, they always ask how you're doing, how can they help you, and so on. Essentially, it's always keeping your head straight, and it's about the moxie. It's about the determination. It's about knowing what's important. It's about focusing on the people in the first place. This is a very long and hard transition because a lot of people they don't. A lot of people, you know, all those stories where people always say, "Oh, my manager is terrible," or "Oh, this person is not really caring about me," and so on. The real reason is it's not because the person is terrible. It's we all make mistakes, and sometimes the people are just too preoccupied. So just listen to them, and even if you're not a leader, still just listen to them. Look at how they're doing, and try to figure out what is their regular pattern of doing something. Then just say, okay, I see you're stressed. I see you're thinking a lot. Just pause. Just pause and talk to me. What exactly are you? Do you need this for? I understand that you want to do this, but why exactly? Get to the core of the problem and talk to them. Once they talk, you can actually perceive them with repeating what they just said to you. Okay, so you just told me this, and as I understand correctly, at its core, you need to help you with this particular problem. All right. And then just proceed of how you think that it can be handled. If you do that, you don't even need to be managing anyone. Leading is not about managing. I repeat, leading is not about managing. A lot of people always think that those two are the same. No. Helping your managers when they're that preoccupied, or helping your teammates even though you're not managing anyone, that's how you become a leader. Because then you're looking at the human being that's behind all of this. All right. uh, just remember, it's always all about the people. And with that, I'm going to end my speech. Thank you.